to be normal.
Yeah.
Because I do function at a higher rate, and me and Carla talk about this a lot. Sometimes I say, am I normal? Just shouldn't I be
Am I
this
not
ambitious?
normal?
Yeah,
Like, is that the right question?
What is your name and occupation?
I am Carla, and I'm a doctor.
Nice. How long have you known Joe?
I've known Joe since 2017. Does that sound right?
I think it was 16 or 17 because Lifetime just opened. Yeah.
I was living in Folsom at the time, and I was a Lifetime Fitness member, and they give their members a complimentary training session with a trainer for your birthday. So I kind of scoped around, and I saw Joe, and obviously he looks great, but I liked that his energy was very inward. He was very, very stoic, very poised. You could tell that he didn't exude a lot of outward energy. He was very thoughtful. And in that gym at the time, there were quite a few trainers who were very opposite of that, very outward with their energy, a little bit excessive. Anyways, so I was drawn to that type of energy. So he gave me my first training session and kind of went from there. Turns out we have almost the same birthday, actually.
Yeah.
I'm the 13th of March and he's the 14th. So
Damn.
we've been celebrating our birthdays together for at least the last 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
So that's been pretty fun. But yeah, we hit it off. We became good friends right away.
Yeah, phenomenal memories.
You have some good celebrations?
Oh, absolutely.
Lots.
Lots of emotions, lots of good celebrations. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's been there for me for a lot. One of my closest friends.
Would you say he's impacted your life at all?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're roommates today, so that's a testament to how close and comfortable you are with someone, especially we're not young, we're not in high school or college, and so finding a roommate, in your middle age is, I think, a delicate situation, and turns out it works out pretty great. So
Nice.
everyone in the house is happy. But he and we co-create on a lot of different things. Professionally, we work together quite a bit with taking care of clients and patients and things of that nature. So we're both on a mission to save the world.
Nice.
So we're a good team professionally, and we share we think the same on a lot of topics. We hold the same perspective when it comes to, I think, hard work, professionalism, things like that. So he's always been there for me. Been a good friend for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's putting it mildly.
Yeah, he's one of my closest friends.
Also, if I can speak freely, I think you downplay what you do. I think you're a lot more than just a doctor.
He says that all the time.
It's the truth. I work with a lot of clients, and they come from different backgrounds and different walks of life. And me and Carla have in-depth conversations. We don't talk about meaningless, superficial stuff like the weather, and that's nice. But we've had some in-depth conversations. She opens up, I open up to her. I cried in front of her a lot.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I personally believe that she's a lot more than just a doctor, and I trust her with my clients, and my clients are a lot more than just a monetary exchange of service to me. Like, I really, really care about the people that I work with, and I may care a little bit too much, but that's just who I am. Like, I genuinely care and want to help. And although she, from a professional perspective, one would say that she is much greater and higher than me because she's a doctor, but she impacts lives just like I do, and I gravitate towards her because when I refer a client to her, they all love her. That she is very, very responsible. She treats my clients very well, and I've referred a lot of clients to her because some things are just outside of my scope. I don't have that education to help them with that, but everything else. So on a professional level, I think she's a lot more than a doctor, and on a friend level, I think she's a lot more than just a friend. She's been there for me when I was in pain. I'm still in pain, but she's always been there for me. We've had some slight differences in what some of my actions are from time to time, but she's never turned her back on me, just like I wouldn't turn my back on her. And from a professional perspective, I wouldn't trust my clients with just anybody. So when I refer a client to Carla, I know that they're in good hands.
And vice versa. It's nice to have a professional referral source where you can trust that, you know, your client's going to be in good hands and well cared for, taken care of. So that's important to both of us. It's kind of hard to find. You don't find that with everybody, unfortunately, you know, so it's a rare gem when you find it.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about last week.
It's good. Got to hang on to those for more reasons than just that, you know. But it's an important one for both of us.
What do people come to you for? Do they need help or what?
So I'm on my 13th year in practice. I am a hormone specialist. I've been doing HRT for 13 years. So most people, I've expanded my skill sets now into longevity medicine. So I do a lot with peptides. I'm currently in the process of becoming board certified in longevity medicine. So that entails a lot more of a comprehensive evaluation and care of the patient regarding their long-term health and happiness. So it's not just here's a symptom and I'm going to just prescribe something for you. It's really looking into your future and assessing risks very early on, and being aggressive early on. And physical health and fitness is really the most important thing when it comes to that, hands down. And so that's why having people like Joe in my network is so important, because I really try to get my patients to prioritize their physical health. So most people, I would say, today come to see me around 30s, 40s or so and up. And the average complaint I get is I'm fatigued. I don't feel as vital as I used to. I think my hormones are off. That's a big one. I'm not sleeping well. I've got kiddos to keep up with, and it's a struggle. Metabolism is changing. My body is changing. I'm not recovering as well as I used to. I'm not as strong as I used to be. I'm more moody. And those all kind of stem from a lot of just common things that I can assess on labs and in lifestyle. So that's kind of the average experience, I would say, that I get.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
What else about this guy?
What else about Joe? How much time do we have?
We got plenty of time.
Joe's very, he's an extraVagant individual.
Extravagant is a word.
It is a word.
What's
It is a
extravagant
word.
about him?
He's very giving. He has a big, grateful heart and attitude. So for the people close to him, I really appreciate that he constantly reaches out and nourishes the relationship and says, hey, just so you know, I appreciate you. Or is there anything I could do to make our relationship better? I'm just checking in. You know, that's a good buddy. You know, those are good friends. And again, that's also rare on a friendship level to see those types of things. And so you want to hang on to those too, because that's a good human being, in that area as well. So I really am drawn to that. He's very deep in his emotions. He is a little bit now. He wears it on his face. But he feels very deeply. He feels very deeply for his friends and people that are close to him. He's very loyal. And he has a big, gracious heart. He always loves to be surrounded by the people he loves. And if that means like he buys a limo and dinner for everyone, he's happy to do that. He'll rent out an entire restaurant with, 100 people and hire a DJ or get one of our friends to DJ, or, he has a big community about him, which is fun. And he just kind of nourishes that community and, in that type of gracious energy. Yeah.
Do you think, when you first met him at Lifetime, you could tell he's very poised, very inward with his emotions? Do you think he's the same now, or do you think he's different?
He has changed, of course, but we all have. Is he the same? Yeah, he still is stoic and thoughtful. He's usually deep in his thoughts. There's sometimes he also gets playful, and funny, but he's a thinker. I don't know if he always has been. As long as I've known him, he's a deep thinker. Feels a lot.
Yeah, I've always been like that.
Yeah.
I get it from my mom. My mom, she's very quiet. She's the observer. I'm the best of both worlds from my dad and my mom. My dad was very, very loud, and he was very violent, as all my viewers know. And I got that side from him when I was a teenager, and then I got the quiet side when I needed to get the quiet side to gain perspective, and so that I can actually watch people. So my mom taught me just to be quiet and watch, and people will tell you what they need to know. And then my dad showed me how to defend myself, first from him and then from everybody else. So, but the violent side, it just doesn't come out anymore, but it used to predominantly. So I've always been like that. Yeah. She is all nice things. She I feel like she understands me. I'm always forward and honest. One time she asked me, I'm a little anxious. It was our birthday. Do you ever feel like that? And I'm like, no. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
I was upset with him. I was like, what, you can't empathize with me? It's our birthday.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
and
I was overwhelmed. There were a lot of people, but that's where he thrives. He's like, yeah. And I needed a minute to adjust to the crowd.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't empathize, but not that he wouldn't, but he's like, no, I have no idea how you feel.
I didn't understand. So in many ways, I'm still the same, but
I think today he would understand. That was what, 5 years ago, maybe 5 birthdays ago. So today he would be more empathetic, I think.
I'm much more in touch with my emotions today, especially when it comes to females, than I ever have been. Much more. I just wasn't really in touch with female energy and what they really needed. I just view them in a different manner than I do now.
Well, and he actively works on that. He'll pay attention to his weak spots, which I think is a skill set, and a very honorable skill set. I love that, because I try to do that to myself too. And so we can talk about those things like, hey, what do you think? Do you have any highlights for me on what do you think I could do to improve this? And no shame. We can ask each other, how can I be better? But he'll source those weak spots out in himself and actively read a book, take a class, take a coaching class, to try to improve upon it. And I love that, because that's the approach that I really try to take also. And so we corroborate on our coaching courses and the tools that we learn and the skill sets that we always are reminding each other on how to one up, just how to improve yourself just a little bit more all the time. And I love that about him. I don't have too many close friends that think that way, that are always searching for the next level up. So it's nice to surround yourself with people who constantly think of improving myself, making myself better, helping others. You know, that's important work, because fuck it, we're all gonna die, and we might as well, you know, live like we mean it. Try, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think living with her is giving me much more perspective on what an ambitious woman looks like.
Yeah.
That's a nice compliment.
And I want that. She's a phenomenal role model for that. For her business and what she does. She gets up. We have very, very similar qualities. I get up I get up even earlier now because I just can't sleep, but that's another topic. I just can't sleep, so I get up even earlier, and I don't dwell on why I'm not sleeping. I just get up and make the best of it. I listen to more podcasts. I try to turn inward a little bit more, try to figure out what's going on, how can I cope with what I'm currently dealing with, and I just make the best of it like I always have. I mean, I'm free. I can walk out of here whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's keeping me confined here. She's a phenomenal woman. She checks in on me. She cares for me.
Give him space, but also
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah.
If you need me.
And I mean, she's constantly studying. She's constantly working, and I have an example on what that looks like. And then in the back end, you know, she's very successful. To me, in my opinion, she's very successful. Has a phenomenal husband. They make a good team. But I appreciate having you as a role model and example, because they're out there. It's just
They're out there.
she's just taken. But they are out there. So I know what I want, and I don't want to slow down at all. So if I don't want to slow down, and I don't want to be held back, you got to keep moving.
Which I get. He wants to grow. Like, he's constantly in a state of expansion and a desire to improve. And it can be a painful it often is a painful process, which is why not many people live that way. But he thrives in it. And I think I do too. And I think that's why we are in sync so much, because we live for the discomfort of growth, right? Because it sucks a lot of the time. It's shitty.
Yeah.
But there's those glimpses of liberation where you're like, yes, I am a better person than I was last year, 6 months ago, 6 days ago. You know, like, you just keep leveling up like a video game. And it becomes a fun pursuit. So I like that. I like having friends that like to live that way.
It's probably good for both of you to be under the same roof.
Yeah, it's been fun.
When I'm here.
He's not home very much. He works a lot. So
Yeah.
do we, but
Yeah, a few people look at my schedule, because I'm 12, 14. Usually on Mondays I got 12 to 14 people a day, and I've never come home and I'm just like, man, I'm exhausted, or like I hate life. And I mean, it's just a lot of different personalities. And same thing with Carla. She has X amount of patience, and I've never come home and she's like, oh, I hate what I do. There's challenging people.
oh yeah,
and
with any occupation, you've got your challenges, and we'll chit-chat about it, but
ultimately
it's okay.
It's a breath of fresh air that somebody can wake up same time and just do it over and over, and actually put a smile on their face and be happy.
5 a.m. Good morning.
Yeah, and
Gym time.
yeah. So you can still be passionate about what you do, and sometimes people don't capitalize in a monetary way, so their passion doesn't actually get them revenue. But I'm fortunate enough to have passion and revenue, and I think so, Sheen, that's the biggest difference, is whether you have finances and still having 14 to 12 people every single day, unless you're doing it. I've been told it's not normal, but then again, a lot of things I do aren't normal, so I don't know what that normal looks like. But if this isn't normal, I don't want to be normal.
Yeah.
because I do function at a higher rate, and me and Carla talk about this a lot. Sometimes I say, am I normal? Is this, do I shouldn't I be
Am I
this
not
ambitious?
normal?
Yeah,
Like, is that the right question?
You're not normal. So I mean, this is all I know.
Yeah.
And I've found that me and Carla gravitate towards one another for a number of different reasons. And most recently, you know, to her point, I did ask her and her husband if there's anything I could do better just as a roommate. I mean, I'm hardly ever here, so I don't know. Like, I felt guilty about not being here, so I hired a cleaner because, you know, I'm just like,
He's
I'm
just
never
trying to
here.
like pitch in where he can, which is sweet, you know,
You know,
and
I feel
appreciate
like,
it.
You know, I feel like I'm not doing my part, but what part is there to do when I'm not here?
There's nothing to do. He's fine.
Yeah.
You're good.
I always think about that. You know, am I doing
He's very
enough?
thoughtful and considerate as
Yeah.
for the people he loves, for sure.
You know,
Yeah,
So you're good.
all good.
yeah. Well, thank you. I know I've been trying to do this interview.
I know. It's been a couple of years.
You finally got Carla on the
Yeah.
couch.
Finally got
Carla.
the interview.
To the viewers that know, I just have so many people in my life, and my background would probably say that there's no way that you could be my friend.
No.
But she's
Fuck 'em.
she's an incredible person. And every time that we're around like big groups of party, and you know they just like they love her, they rape about her. I'm like, who was that? That's Carla.
Now you know.
Yeah. So I feel like every time we go out, we just have a really, really good time, and
We
our
do.
energies are good. And,
We always make new friends.
oh yeah.
If I'm somewhere first and Joe walks in, he goes, "Oh, look at you, 5 new friends."
Hi.
Hi, friends.
It's it's good energy,
She has good energy. Yeah.
and she just got her hair done. Hair did.
I have a fun Joe story you want to hear.
Yeah.
So when I told at your birthday a couple years ago. So this was our birthday 4 years ago. Anyways, I was living in Truckee for 3 years when I started my own practice summit, and I had just opened a second location down here in the Fair Oaks area, and was kind of shuffling back and forth, which was a bit stressful. And Joe had extravagant plans to invite all of his close friends to Vegas, and it was going to be great. We got a party bus. We're going to go here and there, and all these fun experiences, and just open arms, just very welcoming and inviting to everyone. Well, I was overwhelmed and anxious, and remember around that time, he wasn't quite understanding of that emotion. And so I was down here, and he said, well, let's meet for lunch. And he was on prep. So he brings this little lunchbox with this little Tupperware, and we're sitting down at my office, and I'm thinking, we're sitting there. I'm like, this is my moment. I'm going to break it to him easy and let him know I'm not going to go to Vegas for a birthday. In which he always includes me in his birthday plans. And he's like, it's our birthday, And I'm like, Joe, I don't have to go to Vegas or do this big extravagant thing. He just looks at me like, why would we not? I don't understand. Of course it's our birthday. And so, I was having anxiety, and I wanted to let him down that I had decided not to go, just so I could stay calm and focus on my work. And we're eating, and I'm like, this is my moment. I'm going to break it to him. And I look at Joe, and it's almost as if he ninja hijacked my brain and knew what I was thinking and totally cut me off. And he looks at me, he goes, you know what, Carla? You know what I really appreciate about you? I was like, oh, what's that? He goes, you've never let me down. Not once. Not the entire time since I've known you. And I was like, well, shit. I'm not about to start now. Can't wait for Vegas. And it was a great time.
Nice.
So, long story short, I ended up going, and he was so sweet. He paid for my flight and, got me a place to stay, and, just, like a good best friend does. But, he wanted me there. That's how bad he wanted me there. So, it's just...
Yeah, I'm just in a position to do these types of things, and I'm honored. I paid for you and a lot of people. Like I do it often. I mean,
he's very generous.
And then sometimes, that can be misconstrued, and I don't like that. I don't like that sometimes I do things for people and it's misconstrued as something that it's not. Like, why are you spending so much money on? I mean, it's just money. Like, we're gonna get it back.
Live in the moment.
That memory that I created for that person, they're never gonna forget that.
Mm-hmm. It's very big on memories, special memories. We do a lot of that. We have a lot of fun celebrations.
Yeah, and I like creating memories with Carla. She's not as bad as she was, but she sometimes you get in your head, and I don't like that, 'cause she's a beautiful person.